play calling. This is the part of it that I don't quite understand, and I'm relying on you, Su'a, to explain it to me. Through 3 quarters, the Rams did not commit to the run, and Matthew Stafford threw the ball 30 times and was not accurate, completed less than 50% of his passes. It felt like he was just winging the ball around. Why, and do you believe it was a mistake not to commit to the run earlier in that game?
Well, I will say Stafford got away with a few balls that should have been interceptions.
Yep.
Like the same type of picks Caleb threw, though, that could have been the same way for Stafford. Also, the weather.
Yep.
That weather. As much
Sure.
as people like to say, stop talking about the weather. Hey, it matters. Speaking from personal experience,
Yeah.
It sucks to be out there. And I always say I think defenders have the advantage in cold weather games because we don't have to catch that ball in the cold is very hard, and those quarterbacks are still throwing hard, and you can't feel your hands. So I can't imagine how you can catch a ball without using your body in the cold. So as a defender, I just got to tackle you.
So let me ask you this. Is it better as a player, what does a hit feel like? Did it feel like for you when you?
Oh, it hurts.
When you were in cold versus warm?
Well, hitting hurts.
Hitting hurts.
Hitting it, yes.
But does it hurt more or less? Are you more
in the
numb
cold?
in the cold?
Hurts more.
It hurts more
because your bone, like you feel it in your bones.
Yeah.
And it's like it doesn't escape. It's like, okay, that hurt, and now I'm colder because I touched the ground.
Yeah.
And the ground is frozen.
The
so
ground
that hurt.
looks really hard to me.
Now I have to go back to the huddle, and I have a little bit of a small headache.
Yeah.
And I'm still very, very cold.
Yeah.
It's a want-to thing.
So McVay, 35 pass plays, 11 rushes through 3 quarters. Completely out of balance, especially given the conditions and the way Matthew Stafford was throwing the football.
Yeah.
And those rushes were averaging 5 yards a carry at that point in time. They were working.
I said all of that, the excuses, to say Chicago had a great game plan. Chicago, early in the game, was finding ways to keep the Rams in second and long. They were sending zone pressures. They knew we can't ignore that the Rams are who they are. You are who you are. When it's playoff time, you can sprinkle a little bit of twist and wrinkles into your offense as much as you want to, but you're going to do what you are known to do. The Rams are going to pass the ball. I think that in the second half, they had more success running the football because the Bears were expecting pass and the Bears were going light box. And again, when you're blitzing DBs like they were doing so much, that can create a light box because that means these linebackers have to replace somebody on the D-line. Unless you're sending 7 or 8, somebody on the D-line has to replace. So that can hurt you in the run game. But I think the Bears just came out with a very good defensive game plan that limited Stafford. And once they realized it was a game where points weren't going to come easily, both coaches kind of got a little tight.
Right, okay, but the game 10-10, and the Rams get the ball, and they've got that drive, and they score the touchdown, the go-ahead touchdown. On that drive, they threw the ball 4 times, ran the ball 8 times. All of a sudden, they established the run, and that's what happens when you run the football. I don't understand, especially given the conditions, why so much of it was put on Stafford's arm.
That's the Rams' offense.
It is, but do you see what I'm saying? Then they
That's the Rams' offense.
They scored the go-ahead touchdown when they committed to the run.
Kyron had both touchdowns yesterday. He also has a touchdown in almost every game. It's crazy to me that they get away from it.
I say it to be funny, but it's behind all jokes, there's truth. The Rams run the football to give their receivers a break. It's just they do it. It's what Lincoln Riley does with USC, and so we see it. We're averaging 7 yards a carry. Why did we only run the ball 12 times?
Yeah, it's true.
Because that's our offense, and it's not going to change.
And it's what McVay is seemingly most comfortable in. It's what he feels like he knows the best. And so he's going to go back. When he's feeling the pressure, it seems, I'm just projecting this on Tim.
Yep.
When he feels the pressure, he goes back to what he knows best, which is running the ball, airing it out, throwing it out,
yeah.
When he gets nervous, which he was, it's seemingly in that game, he just goes back to what he always does.
Yeah.
So let me ask you about, since we're doing play calling, and in my estimation, not enough running the football in the first half, the first 3 quarters. And when they started to, they scored. I want to ask you about the drive when they were up 17-10. And this is keep away, right? We're up 17-10.
They got the turnover on downs
This
on
is
that
before the 2-minute drill, right?
There's 3 minutes left.
Yeah.
McVay goes run. Now, it was a first down run for Kyron. Run. Now, to me, especially given we were talking about McVay and his love of throwing the football and calling a lot of throws, I felt like he was just playing for a punt.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's true?
Yeah, I think he was playing to get the ball back.
why play for a punt there? 3 first downs and the game's over.
Because McVay's human.
Right, but 3 first downs and the game's over. Maybe even 2 first downs and the game's over. How easy have these
first downs come at this point of the game?
But why run? Now all of a sudden he runs.
Because you don't want to give Chicago a timeout. You don't want to give them the ball back with too much time on the clock. Because what if, say you do attack. Say you stick to your game plan and they come out and throw the ball and they go 3 and out and they took 30 seconds of clock off. Now.
But like third down, don't you throw? Don't you try to complete the first down? Try to get the first down. Yeah, you got to. I mean, I hate and McVay does this all the time, and I think the analytics say just kick it away.
Yeah,
I think I don't know what
with the worst kick I've ever seen.
Yeah,
that punt was terrible.
I mean, well, seeing how far the punt went, you should have just went for, or should have been aggressive.
Should have been aggressive.
Those first 3 downs, but you can't. You're not gonna.
But do you agree? Is it the analytics?
No, I just think he got a little conservative. I think he said, if the Bears get the ball,
I think he said we trust our defense.
No,
I think that's what he said.
I think he said if the Bears are going to score, I'm leaving time for I'm getting the ball back for my offense.
So you think that they wanted to get another possession?
Yes.
Huh.
And force the Bears to use their timeouts.
But why did then I thought McVay should have been using his timeouts to reserve time on the other side.
No, because you had with Stafford, all you need is a minute. All you need is a minute to get in field goal range with Stafford. That's all you need, really.
And they had 18 seconds, I think, after that Cole Kmet touchdown.
That's not the case with the Bears. Yeah. They don't. You need more. The Bears need more than a minute. That offense isn't built off of Caleb picking you apart 7 yards apart and hitting the 14-yard throw by the side. That's not their offense. So if I'm Stafford or if I'm McVay and I'm feeling like I think my defense might give up a score here, I would want to get the ball back.
Yeah, I hated the play calling in the first 3 quarters. Too much throwing the football. I thought, and I didn't think Stafford had a very good day. Obviously struggled, and I think because of the conditions. But and I do hate playing for a punt, which I knew he was doing right there, and it pisses me off. All right, it all worked out for the best.
Yeah,
we're off to Seattle. We're gonna do some icebreakers coming up next. Let me tell you about